they just said, like, just press the button.
I never said once button. I never said the word button.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant as in press recording button.
Welcome to the ScreenBlast podcast. Of course, we're talking Superman, the Man of Steel himself. I am one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean, joined alongside a cool collection of people. One of them doesn't know the prompt or the direction, so...
And that's you!
Too
bad I do! It sucks having to work with you who doesn't know anything. He's not fucking Pacific on when to fucking start the podcast.
Yeah, a fucking brain blast. Anyway, we've got, what the hell was your nickname 3 months ago?
I'm about to fucking blast my brains working with your ass.
No, the Sir himself. Let's get it right. Sir himself and Joe, we yet to have a nickname for you.
Yeah! Oh, yeah, I'm gonna nickname.
Holy shit, is that Lex Luthor?
I don't know.
God damn.
I'll think of one by the end of this, whatever the fuck this is.
There. Meanwhile, Mark's is over here trading insults. I mean, Jesus Christ, what a nightmare this is. All right, before we do,
I'll leave right now. Fuck it. I don't need to be on this fucking podcast. I can make a better show.
Get the fuck out of here. Go. Shoot. Yeah, look at you. All right.
I can take my How long you want to keep going with this bit? How long you want to keep going with this bit?
Spoiler alert! Who the needs that fucking pansies?
Spoiler alert, Mark leaves. But spoiler alert, of course, we're going to be going through everything, discussing our thoughts on it, and rolling from here. It's funny, we're recording this the same week as the Fantastic Four debut, so we've got 2 back-to-back movies.
The time it's recording, it reviews tomorrow.
We what tomorrow?
It debuts tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it debuts tomorrow. Indeed.
For casual audiences.
Yes, so let's talk Superman. I mean, we don't really need to get into, obviously, like, oh man, I loved it since I was 4, but, like, just generally...
I loved it since I was 4!
Of course you do. We already did a cartoon chat on this, funny enough. We did a cartoon chat on this earlier in the year about Superman, not this movie, but a different Superman movie, which was kind of a good palate cleanser to get another sense of a different perception, especially if one hasn't watched Man of Steel or Superman Returns or any of the movies. Has anyone seen previous Superman movies? I know, Martin, you haven't seen anything theatrically from live-action Superman before, is that right?
I've seen a long time ago.
That's a good movie.
All the original Supermans, I've seen them.
Oh, okay.
Man of Steel, I've watched it once, but not in theaters. I watched none of the more recent Superman movies in theaters.
Right.
So, but I do remember seeing them once or twice, but I couldn't recall much of it.
Just in past, just like, yeah, it was a thing. I saw about you, Joe.
I saw Man of Steel and Superman Returns. Just a little FYI, which is just retarded on my end. I thought that it was the same Superman playing the same character. It was not. One is Henry Cavill, and the other one, I can't remember his name, but I know that he's Todd Ingram in Scott Pilgrim. So that's cool. So if you didn't know that, now you know.
From what I heard, the Superman Returns connects to the older, like, what was there?
It's meant to be a
80s?
spiritual successor. Bryan Singer...
Or the 80s, 70s?
Yeah.
Earlier than that?
Essentially. Bryan Singer wanted to make a... Bryan Singer's the... Oh my god. Oh, it's a nice second. Come on. Bryan Singer, if you guys remember, he did... Jesus Christ.
Plug it in, plug it back in.
Alright. Bryan Singer was he was the guy that did the X-Men trilogy. Well, he did the first 2 X-Men movies. He was going to do the 3rd X-Men movie. And then, Warner Brothers said, hey, you're doing so good with X-Men, do you want to just do Superman? And he said, fuck yeah, fuck it's Superman. So he made Superman Returns. And it's supposed to be a spiritual successor to the Donner movies.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. But, alright, beyond our introduction, Mark, did you ever finish about your introduction to?
I didn't start.
You didn't even start. You just said something about the Reeve movies.
Huh?
Yeah.
I was adding on to his, but like,
yeah.
I never watched any of the older Superman movies before, or Returns. I did, and I skipped like Man of Steel. I did see the first Superman movie I saw in theaters was Batman v Superman, and I did not have a good time, so I didn't go backwards and watch anything else. I did go forwards and just like kept watching these DCU unfold and get worse.
What a journey that was.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw Superman Returns I was like, it came out in what, 06, so that was like still a kiddish thing. And then saw Man of Steel. So I don't necessarily include any of the other DCEU movies, the Snyderverse movies, as Superman movies, because he didn't get another standalone movie, because that whole universe was kind of dog shit. So here we are in a new universe, and we get Corn Sweat as the new lead Superman here. Let's talk this film.
And it's ironic because we're going back to Snyder for another recording later on today.
It couldn't have been timed weirder. We're talking about a Snyder movie, the previous Snyder movie before he did Man of Steel, by Warner Brothers, but it's animated, and it's just a funny scenario.
I don't know. I like certain Snyderverse movies. I don't know. I enjoy them, but I'm not gonna lie. Whatever the fuck that. I don't even really blame Zack Snyder in all honesty. I really blame Warner Brothers because they just like to dick ride Batman, and that's all they like to do. And they did not give other characters the shine that they were supposed to. That, and I also blame Joss Whedon because he also messed up his video. Not saying that his 4-hour Snyderverse cut of the Justice League movie, it was better. It just was still not it. 4 hours that honestly should have been broken up into hour segments of my life, but
just to be so I'm just gonna call
solid
it DC.
4 minutes, solid 4 hours back. But hey, we're here now.
Here we are.
I'm just gonna call it DCEU as a whole. I like for every movie, I just like bits and pieces. I never really like the whole movie, except for I guess Wonder Woman is the only one I like the whole movie of. Everything else is like I like scenes, bits and pieces from it, but like none of those movies I like whole.
I think the weird thing with the DCEU, the Snyderverse, was like it was always. Again, the whole point was that it was reactionary to the MCU, and it was surprising because, of course, Warner Brothers had the most well-known characters, and Marvel at that point did not have Spider-Man, they didn't have the X-Men, and they were just trying to piece together something with backup characters, or what were considered backup characters at the time that were not well-known, and instead made it the Avengers. Once that hit pay dirt, Warner Brothers quickly wanted to make their own with the Justice League. And the rest of the entire collection, it was it was Snyder, but it was also, like you said, it was Warner Brothers too, because they were constantly rushing to get those key watermark points that Marvel had already hit several years earlier.
They
they did Man of Steel. It's all right, we got that done. Okay, we need a big hitter. So Batman v Superman's the next one. We're not gonna, and then we introduce all this stuff quickly so that we can get to a fucking our own Avengers thing. They do a Suicide Squad because Guardians did good, and then they start to tone the color scheme and the movie more like a Guardian style because there were so many rewrites and restructuring of that movie because Guardians of the Galaxy did good.
The point of the fucking trailer company
the trailer changed up. Yeah, the whole thing was reworked, and everything was a reaction to that just successful train of the MCU at that.
It was just awful. Like they were playing catch up for all the wrong reasons, and I really get it. Like. They literally put up Justice League just because we were already at Infinity War. I was talking to my dad about this too, which is why, because he's upset with the DCEU. Super heavy. There are certain things that he likes. I'm gonna put this out there. He really loved Jared Leto's Joker in Suicide Squad 1. I don't know why, but that's his opinion.
Right.
But other than that, it's like, because I'm trying to not take up too much time. I'm trying to think of all the right words. It's like. When if I'm correct, when the third phase of the movie was out, I think that we were already up to 27 movies, if I'm correct, at that point at the end of phase 3, and with the DCEU, they only had 13 to Marvel's 27, and then they did everything backwards, like Bryan was saying. It was like we had Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and because of what happened in that movie, they're like, oh. We're gonna need to put a team together. Bro, where's the Cyborg movie? Where's the Green Lantern movie? I don't mean Hal's, but technically it was canon to that. But it's like, he's out there, but he's not here.
He's not here.
So, yeah. And then it was like, okay, then where's this Batman movies? Just go like, well, yeah, the Christian Bale movies. That's like, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. We're gonna make it work though.
Well, remember, Nolan said, "Fuck that! You're not touching my shit." So they had to work with Affleck, and that Affleck shit never got going because Warner Brothers kept digging in. We want to do this with it, and Affleck's like, "Fuck you! Can I get my own?"
And then we got a Wonder Woman movie after Justice League, and another Wonder Woman after Justice League, 2 Aquaman movies, and It was like,
It should've
how do you bring a team together out your ass
Literally.
and just be like, yeah, we have to stop Darkseid. Well, I mean, which technically, yeah, you did, but it was like, this couldn't have been the worst ragtag movie. Like, this was a C team. It wasn't even an A team. This was a C team movie.
Yes.
And they had to make it work.
Yeah.
Totally could have went to shit. I'm not gonna lie though. That Lasso of Truth scene was funny as fuck though. I ain't gonna.
It's still funny. What did you think about
I stick to the comic when it comes to DC.
I understand. How'd you feel about the DC, the Snyderverse era, though? That whole stretch.
Like I said,
because we're finally out of it now.
It was never something that I even remotely paid attention to. Because the DC universe, the better DC universe is the comics or the animated side, which is phenomenal. Like that's what, if you're gonna watch anything DC right now, you're gonna go to the animated side. Except the Superman movie that we're all about to talk about in a few minutes. But yeah, I stayed hands off most of them. If you I haven't seen any of them except the Superman movies. I haven't seen Wonder Woman. I haven't seen The Flash. I haven't seen. Wait, no, that's a lie. I've seen the Batman movies.
Well, again, the Batman movies were not DC. Remember, so again, technically the DC Snyderverse era didn't begin until Man of Steel. The Christian Bale, Chris Nolan Batman movies are not connected to this at all. It's just that Warner Brothers wanted to have the success and tone of the Dark Knight trilogy, and so they aimed for Snyder to stylize a Superman movie like The Dark Knight, which, whatever you think about Man
at
of
the time,
Steel,
it's a curious experiment.
No, of course, and that's and that's the greatest thing you could call it, and that's one thing after coming out of the movie yesterday that I was talking to my family about. I was like, the Superman is so weird because we never get since the original Superman movies, we have not gotten a 1, 2, 3 set, kind of like how Spider-Man at least gets a trilogy. So every time we come back to a solo Superman movie, a new vision is behind it. Superman Returns was an attempt to return to form. Superman Man of Steel was again a reaction to Dark Knight with Snyder at the helm. And now we have this, and this Superman is literally trying to go back but have fun in a James Gunn way.
I rather watch Nicolas Cage fight a giant spider mech.
You did in The Flash. You got 3 seconds of it.
This is exactly why Warner Brothers just was dick riding the wrong people. And not saying that I don't really know when you can dick ride people in a
Warner
good way.
Brothers making wrong decisions? Impossible.
What? BW, now the CW? Tragic.
Warner Brothers
You're doing great, guys. Keep doing it.
Warner Bros. Should just let Ben Affleck have his way. I thought he was a pretty good Batman, and I think a Batman movie could have easily gave money to the DCU.
Yes. Yeah. One of the I want to keep it. I want to wrap it here with this. One of the weird facts about the Henry Cavill era, and everyone can be upset about it. I was upset that
I blame them.
not that he got moved off, but I was upset at how they handled him because one of the core facts of Cavill was So I did a tracking comparison between 2008 and 2018. Iron Man and Infinity War. Robert Downey Jr. was in at least a dozen, if not more, films, whether that be appearances or more time, like in Civil War, where he's actually critical, or Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. He's there. He is a part of the universe. He exists. Henry Cavill was in 3 movies. 3 to 4, and the 4th one was Black Adam. And that was it. He was in 3 fucking movies. Do you understand how bad that is for 10 years? A 10-year span, 2012 to 2022. He was not there. And that's because of the creative control over at DC at the time. So it's wild that The Last Superman did not get a chance to really breathe and experience that role, except to be, very, have that, again, that dark cloud of the Dark Knight energy in his first movie, and then never really get to feel like the core Superman that we recall from Dark Knight era.
I do remember specifically, the complaints that Superman, the Zack Snyder Superman doesn't feel like Superman were coming in from Man of Steel, and coming in a lot more after Batman v Superman. So when they made Justice League, the Joss Whedon reshoots, a lot of the point of those was to make sure Superman feel like Superman. The movie starts off with him doing a podcast interview or something like that.
The mustache.
Yeah, I guess like a lot of the Josh Whedon written section were trying to make Superman feel more like Superman, even though they didn't really succeed all that much. But I can see where they were trying.
Well, and they made Aquaman Tyrese from Fast and the Furious. My man, yeah.
Whoa!
They literally made Aquaman just Tyrese from Fast.
To the point where they just
that is all
put
they
him
did.
back
That's
in
what
Fast
Whedon
10.
redid. That's how Whedon.
Yeah, they put him in Fast 10 as the same character.
And he's still. It's horrible. It's messy. I still haven't seen Fast 10, so I don't know if that's
Fast X.
Fast X.
It's
stupid.
the same thing. It's just a Roman numeral. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
so that one person that's probably writing in the comments right now is going like, "What are you talking about? Superman was in 4 movies." Just to let you know, no, it wasn't. That cameo when he was in the end of Shazam 1, that was his suit, just not him.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
Not Henry Cavill.
No.
Guys, Super Pets.
Wasn't that John Krasinski?
No. I mean, it was good for what it was, but just no, we're not talking about that.
I think Mark, I dug a little bit into that movie, but it is.
I liked it. It was a nice
fine.
movie. It was a nice
It's
movie.
fine. It's
It was also another point where it's like, yeah, like when people like were talking about like, yeah, Superman feels like Superman. This
That's
is the
the other
first
thing, yeah.
theater movie in a while. Like, Superman feels like Superman.
Wow, they made Superman in a movie where he's not actually the focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been wild. Which leads us again to James Gunn taking over, and there's been a lot of
Bless his heart.
heavy discussion about this. DC went through quite the mess. In fact, again, like just to close the book, like we got a Flash movie like 5 years after Justice League, which finally closes the book outside of obviously Aquaman 2, and that also closes the book. And we had a Blue Beetle movie that James Gunn apparently may not continue to use. Use him in future roles.
I hope he continues not to use it.
That movie had such Iron Man vibes. I'm not even gonna hold
it did.
you. Which is why I think it was the reason why it did so good.
But it failed.
I mean, it failed, but a lot of people
People did like it, but like
yeah.
there was I remember we talked about this before. Like people loved that movie, but they did not go out to see it. Like I was like, if you guys online were as loud as you were in the theater, motherfucker, we would have $1 billion hit. But no one saw that movie. Just like Transformers 1, everyone said they loved that movie. Did not make money. Like it's like go to the theater and watch the movie.
That
I know you disagree, but I did hear a lot for
Transformers 1.
For the Marvels as well.
I go see it. Like, that movie was so good.
I did. It was so good.
Everyone, I wish everyone wanted to see that movie.
That movie was not marketed the way it was.
The marketing
was
so much.
For which one?
Transformers
1.
Oh yeah.
It sucks so much. It's just like if you looked at that, if anyone looked at that trailer, even Transformers fans and saw that, they would be hard pressed to go.
The crazy part about it is that like there was 3 trailers and I only saw one. So I was like, what? There was 3 trailers?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
And man, I was like, it just so the
marketing did not help that movie. I tried to ignore what Mark just said, that there was an online community that liked the fucking Marvels. Is that true?
Yeah, after when people came watching.
Cool, they're fictional. They're not real. But moving on to the Superman movie, because that's not real. There's no way that's real. That's impossible. The Marvels can really that was dog shit. There's no defense in that movie. Like
you're back on. I thought you said ignore.
Sorry,
as long as it was better than the first one, that's all I really care about.
No,
I still haven't seen it. That's the only reason why I'm saying this, because a lot of this is my take. This is me. I need you to focus like we did last time. I need you to focus. All right. When it came to
you need to get one of those Zoom
all the fake.
Everybody, today we're reviewing this bottle of water.
Here, I'll zoom myself. Oh, like here, like you just gotta follow it. But
too close.
Too close.
Oh yeah. Anyway, is that when it came to the first 3 phases of the movie, right? Even if you want to count like phase 4 and 5, I would talk so much shit about the Marvel movie, Captain Marvel's movie. I was like, it's the worst movie, and then people would be going like, what? It's worse than Thor Dark World. I'd say with my chest, yes, the fuck it is.
Yes.
It is. Yeah. You're not gonna convince me otherwise. The movie was awful.
Well, they're both bad.
I don't know. Look,
but continue. Sorry.
I would just say this real quick. What you call it? When it comes to all Thor's movies, I'm just saying that Thor did not get to grieve right. that's what brought those two movies down. Thor: Love and Thunder and Ragnarok. A lot of people are probably going to say, but Thor: Ragnarok was a lot better than Thor: Love. You're probably right. You probably are.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you why you're wrong.
You better recognize I'm
going to tell you why you're wrong, though. But the thing about it is that this man did not agree. When people say, I love Thor more when he's in an Avengers movie compared to his own movies, it's so valid. It really is. All right, I'm done.
I just briefly. No one's saying Love and Thunder is better than Ragnarok, right?
What? No one's saying that.
Okay,
I don't know who is.
Sure. I just want to make. If there are people saying,
I thought you said Ragnarok was bad. I was like, yeah.
Is in my opinion, I feel like if you rewatch and appreciate Dark World the way that you should, because I don't feel like there should have been as much comedy in the last two movies. They just really shouldn't have. And there was a lot of things that they could have done differently, especially with the fourth movie. The Guardians of the Galaxy should have been way longer than the movie. Now I'm done again. We can't bring this up.
Please no. We just talked about it the other day.
Well, good, because I think they
save it for the Fantastic Four pod.
Save it for when we do Thor 5, when they make a Thor 5 movie with Chris.
No, we can save it for Fantastic Four. That's Marvel Jason.
The Left.
Yes, especially since it's a new phase. Anyway, we were supposed to be talking about Superman, guys. So
can we? I don't want to anymore. Can we just end a review?
Okay, so Superman, I think this movie, getting into the actual, review part of the fucking review, I'm in a tough place with this movie where I think it's absolutely fun, but I think it's fine. Like, I think the third act really saves it, but it's not amazing, but it's fine. And it's fun, but it's fine. I don't know if that's, shocking for all of you.
Not really.
But I don't think that it blows me out of the water. It definitely didn't blow me. But it didn't blow me out of the water. And I thought, I think to start a franchise in the middle of a day in the life of Superman is cool. But this approach was an interesting one. And we better get a sequel before we get a Justice League movie.
I'm pretty sure we are. My question is what would you grade it on a scale of 1 to 10? You can do
B minus or B solid.
I literally said 1 to 10, but all right, we'll take.
Oh, you said 1 to 10?
Yeah.
Sorry, 7 to 7.25 maybe.
Yeah, that sounds like a B minus maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to literally line exactly on it.
All right.
What about you guys? Where do you guys?
Martin, you go.
Because I know Mark's got his take, so you guys.
I thought it was fine for the most part. There was a lot of things that did. Okay, fuck it. I hated Krypton.
He's been wanting to go
I did not like Krypton in this movie at all. Every scene, every fucking scene he was in, he made shit worse. Every time he got his ass kicked at the beginning of the movie. Oh, he started gut checking him several times. He's a super dog. That's gonna hurt. Then they're flying down a river made of dimensional particles.
Yeah.
It goes to a black hole. What is it like? Help me, Krypto. No. What did he do? He starts licking the fucking baby. Mr. Terrific is trying to find them and locate them. What he does? He destroys the camera.
Yes.
None of the things he was doing in the movie, and even in the end of the movie, when I'm pretty sure a lot of people are gonna be like, he helped out at the end of the movie. He didn't help out shit. Superman just directed his fucking chaos at the bad guy. That's all he did. Krypton didn't learn shit in his mouth.
So the movie in general,
okay, sorry. The movie also, there was some parts there was some things that Superman did that I just thought he just totally killed those people. There were times when the Superman just totally killed those people. But otherwise, I know about Crypto, but I did have fun with the movie. The parts that wasn't Crypto was really, really great. I really enjoyed the characters who played except Hawk Girl, because.
But that's Dora the Explorer. Everyone keeps fucking saying that. Yes, live action Dora the Explorer. The movie no one wanted to fucking watch.
I didn't know she was Dora the Explorer. I didn't know anything.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Okay. No one wanted to fucking watch. It was successful enough to get a sequel.
My sister saw it. Somebody else there.
It's Dora. And I was like, I don't fucking know who that is. I'm glad you know.
From the Nickelodeon movies, yeah.
Yes.
What
did you? So
I did a lot of the conversations they had in the movie. There was a lot of heartfelt conversations that I thought could have been better if they
if they had more time.
No, not that. There was sometimes when they just comedic things happening when they were trying to get the point off, and like when Lois and Clark were talking. Well, Lois and Superman were talking in the room
at night, and then
the whole time there's a battle going on in the background, just like.
We'll talk about that. I want to get to Joe though. Because again, these are just thoughts on the movie, and then we're going to move on to get to the wider, get to core pieces.
So now that I know that this Dora the Explorer, all I was thinking in my mind is just the hot girls go like, "Do you know where my mace is?"
Oh fucking
click. So like, whose head am I gonna crack? Did you say Luther?
That'd be hilarious. Imagine if Deadpool they stop the movie every time.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Go ahead.
So just watched this movie this morning.
Okay.
And honestly, I really want to say that DC letting James Gunn go, that is going to be their biggest mistake. It really is.
Or Marvel, you mean?
Yeah, Marvel. Yeah. My bad.
Wait, DC just let James Gunn go?
Look up. You know what he meant. You know what the fuck he meant. Shut up.
James Gunn being let go by DC, that is going to be their biggest L.
Yeah.
Because I literally just watched an interview about it. Because this is something that I just actually found out. So I knew that James Gunn was after the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I know he got fired and he came back. I did not know that he actually got fired a second time after the third movie. I did not know that. I just found that out.
They split ways entirely after that third one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did he get fired? They just split ways.
They split ways. More importantly,
okay, they didn't get fired.
No, he talked about it. He got fired. I mean, he probably did get split away, but I'm pretty sure it was like
the way he phrased it recently. Yeah, it was like I got fired, but he was already talking to WB like Suicide Squad 2020 right during Guardians 3. It's like if I'm coming back, like I'm not working with you guys on a future thing. I'm doing DC.
And the crazy part about this, Kevin Feige was actually trying to get him back, but by the time that everything that was going on with James Gunn signing the papers while
shit was falling apart with Marvel
with fucking with The Rock, trying to do what he was trying to do.
That's right.
Everything was set in stone, and then they were moving. This whole what did he say? This something of power. It didn't go in his way. The shift in power. That's what it was. Yeah, it didn't go in his favor. But to bring it back home to what's just happening is this is going to be Marvel / Disney's biggest L about it, because this movie right now I can honestly say I would, on a scale of 1 to 10. Or letters, A-, if not pretty much basically, I want to say an 8.7. And the reason why I say this is because this movie showed so much emotion of Superman that was different from Zack Snyder's, and it's good. Because I kind of feel like depending on, because I do know that DC Comics, I don't really a lot of DC Comics. I mostly know a lot of my knowledge with the cartoons, but I do know that DC Comics are a lot more darker and grittier than Marvel Comics and stuff like that. And to just see this is a refresh. I kind of feel like this is definitely going to go in the right direction. I know this is DC's theatrical starting point, because I know that technically Creatures Commandos is technically the true starting point of their DCEU. DCU, my bad.
Well, I guess you technically say the Suicide Squad is.
But it was still tethered within the greater Snyder.
Now it's in with both.
Well, the thing no. So with James Gunn, technically Creature Commando is their true starting point. He's just taking certain remnants and he's going to, with the reboot and how the comic books do it and shit like that,
I guess.
It's gonna be a amalgamation of whatever he's gonna take, because FYI, Peacemaker shows up in the DC in this movie. Yeah. So that's a clear indication of the worlds
things are
mixing together and stuff like that. But just this movie it's just in the right direction. It was like really good and hopeful, and I had mixed feelings about Crypto, but I don't know. I feel like in the last act he definitely carried so different opinions from Martin was gonna be like, watch this movie and tell me that you don't say, man, fuck that dog. I'm sorry, I'm not that person.
Before we go any further, I will toss to Mark, but I will just say last little thing about Crypto. Once they actually explained why, then I understood everything, and I don't really care anymore. But beyond that, Mark, tell me your thoughts on Bucket Hat. Tell us your thoughts on the
Bucket Hat. It was okay. All right, let's move on. I fucking
speak.
No, I fucking love this movie. I wasn't always a biggest fan of Superman, but I did watch a couple episodes of the the animated series, the one that like has from the art talent of Bruce Timm. I enjoyed that animated series a lot, and like this.
That's the one that leads into Justice League, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And like that, this movie kind of gives me a feeling of that, like a day in the life episode of that animated series. What I do like is like a lot of the trusting the audience enough to just get into a day in the life of Superman without much like context needed. Just like, this is a superhero world, shit is happening. We're just going to tell you a story about the day in the life of a superhero, and you can already get that. And it's like not because like it's not that you should know the origins of Superman. It's like you should get that. If you go into a superhero movie, you know how superhero worlds work. This is just a man with superpowers, and we're just about to see a story. And I'm glad they just trust the audience with that. I think all the actors are great. Like the guy playing Lex Luthor is fantastic. And different from Martin. I fucking love Krypto. As someone who owns a dog, dogs can be like, who used to own.
What are you talking about? Mine has a dog. I have a big German Shepherd.
Oh, okay, well I have another dog.
An untrained German Shepherd.
Well, it's funny because like dogs can be little shits, and I know
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah,
it's like, excuse me, you're not the only fucking dog owner.
Like, I have a dog. I have a German Shepherd.
He's dead now.
It's like,
I killed him.
Get the fuck out of here, that nonsense.
Where's the dog?
Don't. Yeah, that part, I was like, oh my gosh. As soon as he did that, I was like, John.
That's what I'm gonna do. Like, if Krypto doesn't show up in the next movie. Where's the dog?
Go back to you.
No, but I thought he was, because like I'm so used to iterations where Krypto's a confident super dog, as you know, the old TV show a lot of us used to watch back in the day, and Krypto, the super. They should like orchestrated that theme song every time he showed up. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that was a thing.
They should.
That's not the Krypto I was thinking about when I was thinking about Krypto.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking about. And there was, the Krypto from Super Pets. Like, you use the Krypto's a confident, loyal dog. I like how this iteration, he's just a fucking retarded, like, little mutt.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Like, yeah. But like, I think it's funny. It's like, it doesn't bother me, because if it was like a child, it would kind of like have, it would just be annoying, but like, that's just, because it was an animal, it's I don't know, it's just funny to me.
Okay.
And there's always, like, there's a chaos, like, it doesn't need to learn anything. It's just it's a chaotic little thing. But like I thought the introduction, like the way they introduced all these characters, and is very good. Like when they introduced the Justice League, they had a convenient like news
gang.
A news guy explaining like what they are, huh?
Gang. Isn't it Justice Gang?
Just to get fuck, yeah.
And this one.
Yeah.
I thought he was correct me on news. But yeah, the Justice Gang.
Gang news.
Yeah, that was a funny one. The payoff for that was really funny as well.
Oh yeah.
I thought Mark, you said something earlier. I thought it was absolutely on the ball. Like I like how Gunn handles like introducing this Superman. Like, again, we're at the point kind of like where Sony was when they introduced Homecoming. We've had different Superman iterations in the past 20 years now. You don't have to go through the fucking straight up origin story every fucking time. Go through the process, go through the thing, watch him do that, and then you're finally here. It's like, no, I love the captions you lead in, and
3 years, 3 months, 3 hours, 3 minutes. That was fucking hilarious.
And that's where you're starting. He just fucking lost for the first time, and that's where you're starting. I do think that it would help if he had a brief montage of him like kicking ass already, but I think it's fine. I think it's like a great like, hey, he's having a struggle week basically. Like that's this week. It's a super struggle week. Well, like I can also get like, it also makes sense that he's getting his ass kicked because you find out by the end of the movie he's by another Superman, but also like, because I know a lot of people's problem was he gets his ass kicked too much. For me, it's like this is just like a new iteration, and it's like for new iterations of like characters, as long as it still evokes a feeling of what the IP is supposed to do, which it does for me. As long as you get that across, I'm fine with like making whatever changes you need to. And like if he's like a weaker Superman than like previous Supermans, I'm fine with that as long as you make a good story with it. And I thought this was a good story. That sucks. No.
Oh my god.
Because like Superman, he's got to be again, if we're introducing the Justice League eventually, he can't be a fucking weak ass bitch.
Yeah, and he's not. My thing is like he gets stronger.
I just want to understand. I just want to make the point, like you said, like, hey, like, yeah, if he's like a bitch, like, that's fine. It's like,
no. But like in this movie, but he gets stronger later.
He does.
That's my expectation.
Like, so the next time I see him, I don't just want, okay, we're gonna see him next in fucking Justice League because we're not gonna have another Superman movie. I need to see at least. Let's get one more so we can see him like arc a little more. I want him to build up a bit.
I can imagine he's already stronger just coming out. I can imagine he's already stronger just coming out of this movie.
I don't even think he got that strong. I just think he was that strong from the beginning.
It just seemed like he was getting his ass kicked.
It did seem like his ass kicked, but after he basically destroyed Luthor's way of controlling.
After Metropolis gets wiped the fuck out.
Yeah, I know.
I thought this was going to be different than Snyder, but
I don't think he grew any strong. I just think he was always that strong. I just think he got better at fighting.
That's what I mean to say. Because the anime series is like that too.
So I feel like, in my opinion, when it comes to like his strength, I feel like you can take it 2 ways. One, because James Gunn was talking about like what you guys were talking about. I know James Gunn had said this, which to piggyback off of that. Is not having to do like a whole origin story type thing, which is why I feel like every introduction is pretty much basically going to be superheroes basically in their year one, like that. So like they're already familiar with themselves, the ropes, and we already know it. So it's not like we need to know another origin story about that. I feel like almost any cartoon can pretty much do that in this day and age. So I kind of feel like it's very redundant. So that's really good. And I feel like you can say it was like, oh, I don't think that he got any stronger. I feel like he did, just not like by much, like, because clearly he's superhuman, so that just makes sense. And, he's clearly been basking in the sun for pretty much 18 plus fucking years. But the other thing I think that you could see is really just more the fact that, like, it's kind of like how, they say, what's the example? Like, people with two different types of martial arts and stuff like that, like, they both can be black belts, but, like, clearly one more style could be the other. And with the camera thing, I just kind of feel like because Lex Luthor was running, simulations and scenarios on how to beat him, I just kind of feel like Superman is pretty much basically like, would be like Luffy in a sense, if anyone watches One Piece. But basically, he's fighting with brawn, he's fighting because, he's strength, where Ultraman, he's fighting based off of strength, so he's doing tactics, so he has the martial arts, so that's why it seems like, he's getting his fucking ass kicked, because Superman is throwing a punch as hard as he can, Ultraman is doing it with a technique, so that's why it just seems more better. I want to throw this out. I hate the fact that Lex Luthor's company was called Luthor Corp and not Lex Corp like in the comic books. I don't know. His company just sounds disgusting that way. I don't know why. Just me personally, Lex Corp sounded so much better. When I saw the movie and it was Luthor Corp, I was like, ew. What company is that? That's gross. Why would we do that?
That actually didn't make sense, that entire fight with him and Luthor, since Superman is moving at a speed that's incalculable to regular humans. So in order for Luthor and them to be able to call out those attacks,
it's cool,
in a way that also make it before Superman can attack.
Right.
But it doesn't make sense.
And every scene he's getting his ass kicked is every scene with Ultraman.
But you saw on the monitor.
But beyond just the fact that that whole thing was going on, I don't see why he couldn't just put that information into the clone itself. On how the strategies to fight him, you know what I'm saying?
Instead of him saying, well, he wanted the control.
I get that, but at the same time, you could have had control over you have control over the clone, so you technically have control, right?
Until you give that clone control, and then you don't have the control.
I mean,
then we'd have a Thunderbolts issue.
He always has a contingency plan when it comes. He's like Luthor.
Going outside of that, it's just like that's the fiction. There's no real fictional reason to get around that. There's probably a fictional reason why he couldn't do that, and there's probably a fictional reason why he just decided to do that. Yeah. I just assume that it's just that way because it's just that way.
I think the you guys had there was a thing in this movie. I think the thing with this movie also, it's not bad. I just preferably, I don't need an origin, but when everything starts it reminds me of the beginning of Star Wars Episode 9, where in Episode 9, like, we start off and everything just is fucking happening at 100 miles an hour, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like, okay, like, I don't mind. I do not mind that everything's already happened, he's established, but, like, to start off where everything is already happening, like, everything exists. It feels like I need a little, like, no? Okay, I guess I don't. I guess everyone's cool without a need for...
I guess
the inciting incident already happened, and many inciting incidences already happened as well. Like, everything is already established, the pegs are on the board, and not just that, it's like it's like starting a chess game, not just midway through, but like 3/4 of the way through. And you're like, oh, okay, so Superman's already here, and everything's already here. Like, everyone's already comfortable, and okay, like, it was like, it took me a little, like, maybe the second time I watched it, I'll be like, alright, cool, no problem. But it definitely, like, it didn't take me out of it. It was just like, man, I would prefer a little warm-up.
What you were saying, you two were saying earlier, when, like, they just trust the audience to get it.
No, that's exactly.
Well, and,
no, it's that, but it's also like,
well,
like, I get what you're saying, like, or something.
Like, here's a big thing, like Lois and Clark are already, like, they're in this odd relationship point. It's like, oh, okay, so this is just, not only do we not get to start with the concept, it's like, we're not even in the lovey-dovey part of the concept. We are in now the sucky part of the concept.
I can actually agree with that, because like, I feel like it was fine for them to start the origin story of Superman. I feel like to do a year one where we didn't have to do the origin story, I think that was fine. I don't think that was a problem. But them to already be established in a relationship, I kind of feel like that takes away a little bit for, like, the cat and mouse of Lois Lane trying to like, oh, I wonder who Superman is, and blah blah blah, and then, like, you know, she slightly, you know, dates around, and then there's the little bit of jealousy, but, you know, Clark has more things to worry about because he's fucking Superman. But then we don't really get to see that. Like, they're kind of obsessed. So, like, I feel like that part, that's a little bit of a hit or miss depending on the type of person that you are. But starting Superman off is like, you know, he already has the cape, you know, the tights and stuff like that. I hate the trunks. I just want to point that out. I'm one of those people. But yeah,
I love it.
That's awful.
You're talking about the underwear on the outside?
So, because I'm gonna let me get this out of the way. So I don't have a problem with them per se. The way that James Gunn did it, they just look ugly. So they look like hoochie daddy shorts.
Yes,
that's the best way. They're not like brief underwear. If they were briefs, and maybe it would have just been a little bit better, because people will say that they're trunks, and I'm going like, no, they kind of look like they're like underwear. But no, it's like he's wearing hoochie daddy shorts, like as if Superman was gonna just, you know, rip off the shirt, just wear the cape, and just have the trunks and the spandex, and was gonna be this super gigolo. I don't know. That's what it seemed like. And it's like, I don't know, we just should, like, when there was already just this lead up to when it's going like, should we do the trunks or should we do it? I was like, no, don't do it. And then it was like, if you do it, you just gotta do it right. And James Gunn, I will definitely say this, you fucked it up. You fucked it up. They hoochie daddy shorts, man.
I'm gonna say I can't defend it, but I'm almost gonna say I don't mind it. I think it's fine.
I didn't notice. I wasn't looking over that way.
Yeah, I mean, well, every time I was there, like, yeah, he's wearing these funny. His suit looks funny. I was like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think another part that, again, I don't want to keep. I'm just opening these pieces up for discussion. I thought, again, like, James Gunn's going to approach the destruction part a little different. Then obviously, like, Snyder went all out, like, fucking stupid level. But, like, it is kind of funny that, like, again, like, you still get, like, even though there's a whole moment where he saves one person from a building that collapses on a bridge, the whole fucking city got ripped the fuck open. Like, it's like, people are dead. Like, not just people, I mean, like, that's huge. Like, that's not like a little bit. That's like, that's fucking massive.
I know, it's like every superhero movie, you're not supposed to think about it.
No, but this, okay, but if the glaring omission of the last Superman movie was, hey man, a little too much a little too much last time, and then the next time you do it, it's, Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is this? like it's still the same thing essentially. It's like
well, actually, no. I think they for this they said like everyone.
Everyone surely evacuated. Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
I know it's not supposed to think about it's the thing about a lot of these superhero movies.
Yeah, everyone evacuated.
People who didn't get the magic because they were working or something.
If it was just the one, Mark, I could believe you. If just the one building that was collapsing, I'd agree with you. But again, the thing was wide. It was not like that whole pizza slice of the universe, because it looked like a giant pizza slice. It was very like, oh, this is not just light. This is extremely. This will tether to the point of killing thousands upon thousands of people. Like even when it's like you have the news report, suddenly they go after Lex and not Superman. It's like, yeah, but there'd be some news reporters that'd be like, bro, but you still let half the city get destroyed. Like, Superman, we appreciate you. But again, and I do like this approach to Superman too, where he's like, most humans in this universe, like especially in the beginning where like he falls to the ground, boom, and like everyone around him is like, well, maybe you shouldn't have done that thing with Palestine, should you, Superman? It's like, I do like that thing that we're like, okay, like there is a dialogue level between how they perceive him, and we get that ground level perception.
Like, I do get to it. It's a mentality for like it's just not even a superhero movie thing. It's a comic book thing, which is why I know, but like, hold on, let me talk, let me finish talking. You trying to cut me off every time. I haven't talked much this whole fucking episode. Damn. But like, so like even Man of Steel for Zack Snyder, that was his nuance, because that was still a thing with comic book movies. So like, all this damage and destruction when superheroes are fucking fighting and shit, when if we just focus on that? So that was his nuance, and it turns out that sort of story just doesn't really feel good for a Superman story. So it's like, we're sort of re-correcting that, or just like re-going to that, like, to that kind of angle where it's like, well, destruction is happening, but like, once again, we're just not going to think about the people that probably got caught in that destruction. We're just going to keep it lighthearted still. And going back to the to what you were talking about earlier with the whole introduction stuff. The reason I didn't mind it so much is, and I didn't get confused, is because they usually like add little hints of like why things is like certain characters are explaining certain things. Even the Lois and Clark relationship. My thing is, I would like to see more of that. I would like more scenes of it. But I wasn't confused by it because they, in their conversations, they drop little hints about like, usually like how they felt going into the relationship, and like you sort of get their dynamic, and that's kind of just important. Just like you just get the character dynamics through their moments and conversations. So the movie didn't really confuse me, and the parts that did confuse me, probably confused me a little bit, feel like they came together by the end of the movie.
You know what this movie desperately needs? It needs that spot. So just to counter you on that, I think it still doesn't work. What this movie desperately needs is how Spider-Verse 1 handled it, which is, hey, here you go, 3 minutes, boom, 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 and here's the character. The end. Now we're set wherever the fucking character starts in their journey in this movie. That's all I need. Just a little more of that. You see that they were in a happy relationship at some point in time for 3 seconds, and then boom. We're about to say something more.
Also, a lot of times when it comes to like the emotional relationships thing, like I said it earlier, I wish they would tone down on like the comedic aspects and like it had time to simmer. Like I said, with the scene with them talking at night and the things happening in the background, it's really distracting as they're trying to get the thing off.
I love that moment.
Then there was like another scene at the end of the movie. I really think that they shouldn't have done that. Is when Superman and Lester were yelling at each other, and he's basically giving off this rousing speech of how every day in the humans and how he's scared to do everything. And then Lex got to his part, and then as soon as he did, Crypto comes in and maims him.
You don't even.
I love that part.
That part was funny as
I loved it.
That was a Zach reference to. I feel that's just the Hawk and Loki thing that they did earlier in Avengers. And I as much as that was funny,
I don't know if that was or not.
Didn't feel like it,
but because he didn't do the Hulk. But I understand what you mean by like it was 1-to-1 to that. But I think the reason why he doesn't get to speak is because the whole movie we get to literally see his perception. Like his perception is realized through this whole movie. Like Luthor gets that. he is he gets to do that. He gets to have his planet vision or whatever the fuck it's called, planet force. He gets to he's literally in control for most of this movie. Like that, we get his show. He doesn't get to have his own fucking speech and essay.
Even if that's the truth, I still feel as though they could have put something else there because I felt like that moment when he's talking and then immediately it's gone. I felt like it's gone.
I thought it was like shut the fuck up, but you did enough today.
Yeah,
that's what that felt like.
And I did like the scene with the thing from another dimension shooting rainbow beams in the background because it made this world feel like it's like it made you get what kind of world this is. Like, yeah, shit just happens in Metropolis. Like you just get random monsters that show up from another dimension, but other heroes are taking care of it. So it's like it just makes.
Oh no,
that's what I got on it. That's why I like it so much.
It was distracting me from the heartfelt conversation they were trying to have because they were at a part of their relationship where earlier she just say that's why I don't do relationships.
Yeah, I think the moment still hits. I wish it's just a detail in the background for me. It's just like it's in the background. I think the character conversation, it's just like it still works. It still hits the way it's supposed to. You just have a little extra thing in the background for me, so it didn't really distract me. I just added to it.
I wish it had time to simmer. I wish emotional moments had that moment where you could just sit there. The really good one was with him and his father.
Yeah,
that was amazing. Like that part right there where they talk.
Yes.
Yeah,
it didn't slash comedy or nothing like that. It just gave it time. You just felt it. So I just I wish that other moments in the movie was like that. But I see where y'all all are coming from, but at the same time, I disagree to some there are just moments when you just have to stop.
And again, there's moments where the comedy works perfectly. Like I think the what the fuck is that game called with the gun where he's Russian roulette essentially, where Luther's like, all right, tell me where it is. Second time he does it. It's supposed to be drawn out. That was. I
didn't think that was comedic.
Oh my god!
I just thought that was.
Oh, that was good.
Such a Lex moment. It was so. It
was just a cruel Lex moment.
That was sure. I wouldn't even call it comedic. I was just saying that is some evil shit that I love. I just love truly evil shit. It just because it was he had no reason to shoot this guy. Because he just wanted to hurt him, and that was it. And I was like, that's a great ability.
But what I did find funny is let me find this Clark Kent guy. He doesn't know.
But yeah, moments like that. It's so good. I like acts of just unrelenting villainy. No backstory of a villain doing some. This is why they're doing their thing. This is why we should actually agree with them. But they had a reason for doing that, and the reason makes sense. No, he just shoot this guy in the head. I love that so much.
I know. Favorite Lex moment is just is near the end of the movie. The final fight is when he's giving that speech to Superman over the intercom, and then he starts fucking backseat gaming Injustice 1A.
Oh yeah, again, as much as Martin, you brought up it doesn't make sense. It was it's that idea of how that's directed and framed is phenomenal. Because especially in that Mark said, in that last time he used it, it was fantastic. 1A, oh my god, that shit was amazing. It was fuck.
Yeah, that shit was just fucking wild.
Another thing I like to get into is this is supposedly, and I know they didn't really, but. Those people so died when he did the laser of them all around. Those people, they were there. They definitely died. That
was funny. I was like, is he? You guys don't. No, he can tune his beam.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that ball was what killed them because.
Oh yeah.
In the animated series, there was an episode when he killed Toyman doing the same thing, where he just dropped. He didn't laser anything. He just picked them up and dropped them, and it killed them. And they were like, "Hey, can he do that?" That was one of the
I know exactly what episode you're talking about. That wasn't even Superman. That was Superman's clone. But I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah, he was upset because the girl had died, and it was I could have did something, and he flew from across town. As Toyman was literally about to get into the back of the police car, took him up, Look, you can't do this to me. I have rights.
And
Drops him.
And
So savage.
But at least he didn't laser them like this Superman did. But I'm like, I think about how those people totally died. I know they didn't, but if it was,
I feel like again, the first couple of few that
no,
had died.
They didn't die.
Nah, man.
Again,
Some of them.
I know we're not supposed to think about it, but
I know. No, here's the thing, because like again, Tim, like it's like there's a lot of scenes where Tim Burton Batman also clearly kills people, but he's not really that version of Batman's also not supposed to be a killer.
Yeah.
So it's like, again, like I said before,
yeah, I know. They were writhing on the ground. We saw
if the movie doesn't call it out, that means you don't really need to.
But I get it. But I'll tell you, that's totally died. Also,
again, that was Zack Snyder's nuance. Also,
back to my hate. Crypto did maim the shit out of Luthor, and he should be dead. The way he was tossing him around.
Oh yeah,
I don't think that he was. Yeah. I just think that he should be more.
Because he's not trained. Remember, he's not a trained dog, so he wouldn't hold back when smacking him around. Not only should his arm be ripped off. Wait, did he grab his leg? Or did he grab his arm?
Arm, shoulder.
Not yeah,
right?
No.
He either grabbed pants leg first, and then because I know that he grabbed him low. Then he fell, and then he's dragging him through under the desk.
Yes.
And then by the time he yanks him up by the pants, and I know that because this is when he was dangling like this.
Right.
And Crypto's knocking him in between the desks, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so funny.
I agree. It was really funny.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to be.
Yeah. I just want to
before
that
part was in character for Superman. No, the part was out of character for Superman, but also extremely funny.
Wait.
The whole time he was just like, oh no,
what part?
Don't do that.
What part of Superman was out of character?
Him letting Crypto.
Oh no, he wasn't letting, because he was like, no, stop, because
No, he wasn't. He wasn't letting. He was just like, oh no, Crypto, no, don't do that.
No,
he didn't want Crypto.
I feel like the first stop he did, it was like Crypto, no.
Oh, okay. In progressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what it was.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like,
if he really wanted to stop Crypto, he could have just grabbed the dog.
No, it was more. It was like exhaust, because he knows Crypto will listen to him at some point, but it was more like
at some point.
Because it's just like more. He's just trying to get his like mental gear one leg at a time. Like, can you stop?
Because he was kind of in that mode of like giving a speech, and then it got ruined. It was going like. Crypto, no, like, you know what, fuck it, I just can't deal with this. But I'm not even gonna lie, after he gave the speech, though, and fucking Lex Luthor cried that one fucking tear, I was like, oh my god, what a bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, you lost, and then you just pulled this. I was like, you deserve to get fucking wrecked by Crypto. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then
Wait, that was after.
It was after. Yeah, it was absolutely hilarious. The moment he realized that he was about to lose, where it's like he's about to get to the pod, and they're calmly walking at first, and he starts trying to sprint before.
That was funny as fuck too. He was going, look, we're gonna go, just set up the pod, and then whatchamacallit. And then next thing you know, he's walking. Oh shit! Boom!
I hope that becomes a meme template. You have to insert like whatever force you're running from, like on Superman's face when he's coming by. It's like
taxes.
I'm not gonna lie, what that vibe gave. I don't know if a lot of people watch Bleach, but if you know, what is it? When Ichigo goes into Vasto Lorde form, and then like. He fucking side pumps Ulquiorra. He looks like he's coming from him from the front, and then he's like this, grabs for the side, and he's just clueless. Like, but I saw you coming at me forward. How the fuck did you get at me on the side? That's exactly what the fuck that gave. Oh my god, funny as fuck.
Great direction. Yeah, I think.
I just want one of my favorite characters, and
the Justice Gang is the ultimate movie that clearly
MVP
James Gunn wants to make. James Gunn wants to make the Justice Gang movie. That's what he really, I think, wanted to do.
Please don't call it the Justice Gang.
Like whatever. That's what
they are right now. Metamorpho likes the name. Metamorpho likes the name. I don't know.
I think the name is cool. You're in.
Well, like that's the movie I think he wanted to make because there's so much character. Well, I mean, Hawkgirl only gets like 3 seconds of character, but like I think there's a lot of.
She has a good moment though.
Yes, she has a good moment, but like there's a lot of. If it's not the movie he wants to make, it's the familiar that we know of James Gunn, which is again he goes for these types.
It's gonna be the side B story, and a lot of people are gonna fuck with it. Like Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner.
Oh my god,
he did so well. Like I know that like in a lot of anime series he plays Hal Jordan as the voice and stuff like that. Which he's a lot more of Green Lantern than I thought he was. Honestly, I thought he was only him in like 3 animated movies. No, he's like at least 5 or 6. And I was like, God damn!
I didn't know he
like,
played that.
He was meant for Green Lantern, but for him to be like Guy Gardner, especially because it was like he either has like the undercut buzz cut, or he has the bowl cut. It's one of the two, and he was like, "Oh, I'm totally in for the bowl cut. That's the one I want to do." Especially with like if you know the meme from fucking Young Justice of Guy Gardner. Oh my God, it's so good. Look it up.
Him in front of the ship.
No, not the ship. No, not that one. Are you talking about the one from the Brave and the Bold?
No. When he find in front of the ship and tell him to kiss his ass.
No, not that one. No, it's
see, now you're explaining it.
No, yeah. I'll explain the fucking scene. So basically, the scene is in Young Justice where they're looking for new members to join the Justice League, right? And then Flash says, "Oh, well, why don't we get another Green Lantern?"
Yeah.
There's Guy Gardner, Jon Stewart, and Howard Jordan say
no,
but no. In unison, that shit is so fucking
My favorite scene of him is in Batman Brave and the Bold, where like
he gets his shit rocked.
Yeah, no, but Batman just beats him out in one punch. He just knocks him out in one punch.
Cool. That's a really good scene too, cause he's like, if you so much as sneeze without my permission, I'd like to see you wait. He doesn't even give him a fucking chance to sense. And he's like out cold, and it's so crazy because they follow up on that scene again. Where and then because when Batman actually punches him in Brave and the Bold, he doesn't even have the ring at the time. But when he does have the ring, he's going like, "Oh, okay. So what are you gonna do about it?" And then Batman just gives him the look. Man, he's like, "I don't want to get laid out on my fucking face again in front of people. Fuck that."
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Mr. Terrific is he's just a funny.
Oh, Justice Game.
No, Mr. Terrific is just a funny character. He's my favorite character because like he's like the thing is he's so smart that like he's just tired of everyone just like not being as smart as he is.
Yeah, that's kind of Mr. Terrific. He is kind of like that.
I know, but I love that's what it is in this movie too. Because he has so many great scenes of just being exhausted when somebody just says some dumb shit around him. And he has a really good action scene, which is like a lot of people point out is just like a kind of Yondu scene in Guardians 2. But like it's still great. And I love the perspective of like
I get what they're doing from, but that's how the T-spheres work. So you can't really.
I mean, this is.
I know the structure of like.
I get how he's doing it, and how it was similar. But what are you gonna do?
Nobody's complaining about it. People are just making comparisons.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Oh, never mind then. All right.
I also, Mr. Terrific. I need that jacket, by the way. I didn't know anything about him, by the way. This is very much like my inception point to knowing this guy. I do like Mark said, like he's so tired of people. Like he's like, yeah, just use the fucking craft. It's gonna help you. Just use the fucking craft. I don't care. Use it. Use it, get where you need to go. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and so Lois has it for like most of the rest of the movie. Like, it's fucking, that's like
a
hilarious.
Mr. Fantastic, but just tired of everybody's shit.
When it comes to the Justice Gang, I think that everyone is really well. With Mr. With Mr. Terrific, because I thought he was done. I mean, he's not done yet.
No, you're done. I was just laughing at that.
Oh, sorry. But with Mr. Terrific, I only know very little about him under 2 instances. I think that he did show up in an episode of Young Justice. I would really have to like look.
Remember?
From Arrow,
don't you?
But no, not from Arrow.
Oh.
No, I was gonna say that the Injustice movie is where I mostly know him at, where he's playing chess with Superman, because how the scene really goes is like I really feel like if we take all the guns, there will be just less killing in the world. Right. So he says cigarettes. He's like, beg your pardon. He's going like cigarettes. He's going like cigarettes actually kill more, take away more lives than guns, and they're going back and forth. He's going, so what's to stop from anything? And then he points out soliciting, and then he's talking about loitering, and because if we're gonna have to really stop killing or just people from doing bad things, we just can't stop at guns. We have to put people in jail for almost practically anything. So how does that mean that we're gonna make this world perfect? And then he's going, so you never planned on, and then he checkmate him at that point because they're playing chess. He's going, you were never planning on helping me. Nope. And so that's how I know about Mr. Terrific. Know about Guy Gardner. I pretty much know about like almost every name of the the Green Lantern Corps. Usually the main three that usually get the shine is Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner, and Jon Stewart. Especially if you watch, Justice League, in the late 2000s. That's what most people know.
I thought you were going to say if you watched Ryan Reynolds.
Oh no, no. I do know about other ones, which I don't really know if James Gunn is going to expand upon those. Like I know popular ones. Everyone talks about Jessica Cruz, Simon Bass, Kyle Rayner. Everyone loves.
Kyle Rayner.
There's a Lantern series coming up. So it might be
yeah. So there's that. What I actually did know, because Emergency Awesome actually talked about this. The girl who plays Hawk Girl, she's actually not the first iteration of Hawk Girl. She's the second one. So she's not Shiera.
Okay.
Didn't know that. I thought that's basically who she was. So I thought that was the love interest of Jon Stewart, but apparently it's not. It's a second Hawk Girl. So did not know that, but now you do.
Bryan Comics made the first iteration in this world. Isn't this isn't that the Mr. Terrific, like the second iteration of that Mr. Terrific too?
Oh yeah. Also a little tidbit.
Yeah, she's
that I
technically
also
the second iteration of Mr. Terrific.
Of Mr. You can go say it.
The original Mr. Terrific wasn't a genius intellect like he was, and he didn't even have any powers. He's just a dude.
Oh yeah. So I didn't know this until someone told me this in the comment section, because I was just watching Emergency Awesome's video about Mr. Terrific. And I don't know why, but for some reason I said it like, who would be Mr. Terrific's villain? And I was like, would it be Miss Horrific? Because I just was like, switch the gender instead of terrific, horrific. But someone was like, no, you're close though. It would actually be Mr. Terrible. I don't know who Mr. Terrible is, but apparently that's Mr. Terrific's arch nemesis. So do with that information with what you will.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm looking forward to, this movie has made me look forward to more in this universe, because knowing James Gunn, he's not afraid to be weird. So I'm excited for, this next movie, Supergirl. I hope they
You've got Supergirl, Clayface, The Authority, Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, and I hope in Supergirl they give her that weird relationship where she's her boyfriend is a horse in the comics.
What?
Yeah.
Why? I don't want to know anymore, because I'll learn about it in the movie. But what the fuck?
And I hope we get other weird Superman villains Yes McSpizzlick is Yes McSpizzlick. He's a he's a weird troll thing.
Mr.
You mean the fifth dimensional guy?
Yes.
Mr. Mixel-Spitlick.
Huh?
Mixel-Spitlick?
I forgot how you say it.
Mixel-Spitlick.
Mixel-Spitlick. The animated series teaches you how to say that name.
Simple Middle Dick? What?
Mixel-Spitlick.
Because the anime series teaches you how to say that name, but yeah, it's
Mr. Mixel-Spitlick.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that name?
You learn how to say his name actually more backwards than you do forward, to be honest. Because that's all Superman is doing, is trying to, get him, to trick him to go back and shit like that.
Yeah. I hope we see him, and we're probably going to see him
Mr.
eventually.
Mexoplex or something? I don't know.
Mother...
I know you just said it, but look, man.
But I just look forward to how weird, the oddities from the comics that that James Gunn can bring in.
Yes. I mean, that's the big question, is again, Warner Brothers seems to still be confident in the superhero genre. For all of Marvel's faults, again, people, if there's a good superhero movie, people are still going to watch it. There's no such thing really as fatigue yet.
I feel like what both Kevin Feige and James Gunn, I think it was mostly Kevin Feige, he was saying that because I think that he saw the movie as well too. Because a lot of people online would say that people have superhero fatigue, and with this movie coming out, I don't think that people have superhero fatigue, because this movie did really good numbers and stuff like that. And I feel like it's people say it's more mixed reviews, but I feel like it's actually more positive. So I kind of feel like it's more of a what is it? A 40-60 split, not a 70-30. In all honesty, and what I think it is just that it's like Bryan was saying, it's really Marvel's fault. Or technically, no. It's actually no. It's Kevin Feige's boss.
No, it's Kevin Feige's fault.
No, no. I definitely don't want to say it's not. It is his fault. It's not. No, it is his fault, but it's not entirely his fault, because it was his boss who was saying that they wanted to put out more projects, so they were giving more quantity, not quality.
Bingo.
And that was the problem. Like I said, and the thing about it is that, like I said, you technically, yes, he is the head of Marvel, but technically Kevin Feige still has someone above him that he has to listen to, and it was Bob Iger who was saying it well, we're on such a roll, we just need to keep pumping out more shit. And it's Are you sure? I mean, we don't want to flood the industry with superhero. This is what everyone flood the gates. Drown them with superheroes.
I'm still gonna give him some blame because there's just a lot of shit that just didn't need to happen that he just let pass anyway.
Yes, there was a significant amount of not quality. I don't want to get into. That's all. Again, we're gonna talk about it in the fantastic. But in terms of this, the core thing with this is.
And sorry, I just want to. Another wrong comment he made was he was like, I just don't like to do homework, and like I saw the first like when I saw that news, I saw the perfect comeback comment was, "Hey, homework used to be fun, Kevin Feige." It's like, yeah,
I think that's the thing with the DCU here is the question will be, retaining quality and building something up because again, we're starting from scratch. That's the cool thing about starting from scratch in general is like my sister I watched this with my sister yesterday and it's like congrats, you now have a brand new universe. Like it was tough to get Felicia, my sister, into a universe like Marvel because it's like 30 fucking movies and it takes a long time to build all that shit up. And then for reference, you kind of want to know the Sony Spider-Man movies and you want to know a little bit of X-Men going into Deadpool and Wolverine, and also for Doomsday. True. So it's like the stuff that we retain because we grew up with it is like, oh holy shit! Like okay, we actually have that. But if you're coming in fresh, like this is good for again a new generation of people to be able to actually get into at least a new, hopefully long-term universe that will be hopefully entertaining. That's the one big positive here.
I wish we can start with Marvel again because like whenever I see like animated,
don't worry, we will. After Doomsday, the universe is restarting.
I hope so because I hate I see like animated iterations or other medias of like that's not MCU Marvel. Whenever I see like a Hulk, a Thor, a Captain America, and an Iron Man all in the same room, like I want that again because like it doesn't need to be the same actors. It is like an Iron Man doesn't need to be Tony Robert Downey Jr. or it doesn't need to be Chris Evans. I just want a Captain. I just want a Iron Man. I don't want their next their past torched iterations. I want them, or at least a version of them. I just want those. I want these heroes all in the same spot and like I guess running a bit longer and more consistent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing of we can briefly talk before we wrap this year. Like I don't understand why. In just a general superhero discussion widening out now, because I think we've talked about Superman. I don't understand the idea of like people wanting to move out of Holland so quickly, because I want to see this guy just be Spider-Man for the next 10 more years, if possible. Like
that's pretty much basically what's going to happen because he has a contract for 3 more. Well, with this movie that's going to be coming out, he has after this he contracted with Sony and Marvel to have 3 more solo movies. So he's going to have 2 trilogies.
Right, so and it's like that's what I know Mark, like you said, it's like I want to see this. Now we're for Iron Man and things like that because they're no longer who they are. Like I don't want them to just pull them out of the grave, but if we still have characters that exist and we're seeing them from scratch, like again we saw Tom Holland grow from like a fucking kid up to where he is as a sort of slightly rebooted but not really Spider-Man. Let's just keep rolling with this guy so that we get some great journey situations by the time like it gets to the end of this new trilogy or whatever the fuck happens. Like so that we're looking back and saying, holy shit, not only are we not restarting again and again and again, it's just the same. It's
just going to be a good soft reboot.
I would really love for him to, in his own movies, to be just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I'd rather see him fight his rogues gallery of enemies and just on low tier everyday things, and save all of his big powerful things for like when he's in an Avengers movie or with he's sidekicking somebody else's movie, that he's fighting those bigger threats. But when in low tier, I would love to see a Sinister Six. That would just.
I think at the time of this podcast recording, the more news came out recently. The next Spider-Man is supposed to be street level. They've been saying that for a while.
They keep bouncing back and forth because they keep saying we're going to include shit, and then they keep saying it's got to be street level. Like what is this movie?
I'm seeing more reports
fighting. And you can tell who if it's street level.
I think he's supposed to be fighting like a Chameleon, and for some reason Hulk and Punisher is supposed to be.
Yes, they're also both in it. Yes.
No, Hulk is supposed to be in the movie. There's strong evidence that Scorpion is going to be in the movie. So that is definitely
Finally.
street level. And there's supposed to be, I keep hearing, I'm not 100% sure about this one. I keep hearing that Mr. Negative might show up in this movie.
Ooh.
Just don't overload it. We don't need a Spider-Man 3.
If they do Mr. Negative, I'd rather him be across the trilogy instead of just that one episode.
I mean, I feel like with Scorpion, it's going in the right
Mr.
direction.
Negative is
Right.
could build up because his whole organization, it could just build up over the three until they come and clash in the third movie. That would be a better fitting to have them, all those villains in one movie. You say all the villains in one movie?
Yes.
What, a Sinister Six?
No, the three.
You just said. You said.
Oh, like they did in 3, where it was Sandman.
No, like you just
No,
said.
what's been announced so far?
You said
Punisher. Who else? Chameleon. Who else?
Oh, you're talking about people who are supposed to show up in the movie.
Who are
Oh, yeah.
actually
So no, people who are confirmed in the movie is the Punisher, Hulk, and Scorpion. Who's rumored to show up in the movie is Mr. Negative. That's what is rumored.
And who's the overarching villain supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a
I don't know
Scorpion?
if we know yet.
Most likely, it might be Scorpion. I mean, because he has one of the biggest vendettas since, what was it? It was the first movie? Where it was like, they had that one jail scene where Scorpion asked, like, Vulture.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's something totally different.
No, but I'm just saying that, like, but he's someone that, I'm not saying that, like, he was recurring in what you call, but I'm just saying that he has really strong, I don't want to, like, not evidence, but, like, what's the word I'm looking at? Strong vibes? I don't know. I'm fucking this up. Either way.
I remember hearing somewhere that the original third Tom Holland movie was supposed to be like the villain was supposed to be Kraven, and it was supposed to be street level.
It was supposed to be Kraven, but they switched that up because of Sony.
Yeah.
Sony is the one that keeps trying to do it really big, and
I wouldn't mind that either, but like No Way Home is like
Of course,
bombastically better. But like I wouldn't mind if it was done as well as Far From Home. I wouldn't mind that like a Kraven Hunter focus
Sure.
third Tom Holland movie.
Agreed. I actually don't understand the hate for No Way Home.
I don't think there is
it's
hate.
No Way Home.
Yeah, but
People consistently say that it's the worst out of the three, and I think that it's.
Who
I think it climbs.
is saying
Dox them right now.
I think it.
I'm going to find you.
I think it. It's. I just don't. I disagree. Yeah, but I think as a fourth movie again, like whatever they do, it just don't overload. Like I think, like you said, don't do it. Or one of you said, don't do Spider-Man 3.
No, you said that.
Okay, or the Raimi films, just kind of
pretty much. I feel like if there's two villains, I just kind of feel like if they do where there is two villains, as long as there's one where
two villains is fine.
Two villains is fine. I feel like if there is Mr. Negative, I kind of feel like he should be someone that he's the villain, but he's working in the background.
That's what I'm saying.
Leading up to more other shit
That's what I want.
that could be either in the second movie or leading up to the third movie of Tom Holland's second trilogy.
You know it's possible. One of these villains could be just a mook that gets beat up and he is just in an intro.
Because the fact, because
it could be Scorpion loses, and then Mr. Negative's like, hey, I can help you out.
The core main.
Yeah, I'll help you out. Make him stronger, so he becomes actually a threat.
Then by the end, it's
by the end of the Mr. Negative, like try to save him or something. Try to say, hey, I want to induct you into this group,
and then
something like that.
And then in the end, we see end credit scene Punisher is saying blah blah blah.
He could be hunting Mr. Negative's group because he's a bunch of criminals. I mean.
Technically, Daredevil exists. We know Daredevil's in. Like, I wish that they would have said Daredevil's still going to be in this movie too.
He should be.
But wait a second, no, because he wouldn't know. Never mind.
He wouldn't know who Spider-Man is.
He wouldn't know who Spider-Man is.
No, he wouldn't.
Because Strange wiped it. But
Strange watched everyone's memory because I know people have been pulling up that one. People keep pulling up that one. So with the thing, because of that one comic book scene that everyone always talks about, they're saying that there might be two people. So there's a comic book scene where Doctor Strange wipes everyone's memory of Peter saying that like, everyone's not gonna remember who Peter Parker, that he's Spider-Man and shit like that. There's a comic book scene where that same event happens, and the thing about it is that Spider-Man is talking to Hulk about his woes and troubles and shit like that. He's going like, that's really tough, Peter. And he's going like, what? And he's going like, you know that I'm Peter Parker? He's going like, yeah. And the Hulk, because they're two different personalities, he's going like, yeah. Banner doesn't know that you're Peter Parker, but I do. And some shit like that. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they might use that.
That would be fun.
I mean, there's even a theory that they're saying that like Doctor Strange still might know that Peter Parker is that Spider-Man is Peter Parker still, because he's the one that cast it, and everyone's mind.
Yeah, I think
he didn't wipe his. He's just gonna, play the fool until the moment in the time comes.
You know what? I think because that's probably what this movie is going to be based around, because that comic, I think it's either One More Day or Brand New Day. That Pacific comic.
Yeah, it's Brand New Day.
This movie is called Brand New Day.
So that instead of doing the whole home thing, the day is gonna be the what we call. So the next Spider-Man movie could be called Spider-Man's Worst Day ever, or I don't really know what else you could do with day, but I mean they gonna make it work. Shit, I don't know.
I know.
They made it work with home.
I never read the comic, but I know only know from research that was like a fans' worst comic. A lot of people didn't like that comic. A lot of Spider-Man fans didn't like that comic, and and after that comic came out,
shit with Paul.
After that comic came out, the sales started to decline for Spider-Man comics.
You talking about the one where he made Mary Jane? Mary Jane lost his they lost their marriage.
Yes.
I think
that was. I get why they did it, because the thing behind it is that if they become a couple,
I know it's not about how it was written. It's about the comic itself.
Yeah, I know,
slowed
but
down sales, and it's weird that they're using that name.
The reason they did it is just if they get married, they'll eventually age and have children, and he doesn't want them to. They won't want them to do that. Yeah. They want to keep the status quo. And
who are you talking about? Like what?
If Mary Jane and Spider-Man,
who are you talking about? Wouldn't like that.
The people making the comics. Not the fans.
But there have been altered. There have been.
Yeah, there have been altered, but
so why would they be pissed?
That was just they want to keep the status quo. They didn't want
that's fucking stupid.
They didn't want to age the characters up.
What?
They didn't want to keep aging him. He would eventually have to age. If they had children, he would.
Of course he's gonna fucking have children. Not you, but
I get. Yes, the idea is that.
We want him to have children. We want him to fuck.
I know.
We want Peter Parker to have a successful life.
But
what are we talking about?
We want Spider-Man to get laid.
Do we want to return to be 10 years old?
They didn't want to keep aging him.
Oh my God.
If they had a baby, the baby would have to become a child, into a teenager, and growing up, and that would eventually make Peter Parker age.
Are you telling me that they don't write?
They don't want their characters to age too much.
Well, except for when they obviously give someone the ability to write stories when the character has aged. Or has
I don't mind when sitcom rules are used in fiction. It's because sometimes you just don't want a character to age, but you want time to keep moving forward. Cool. Simpsons, Bob's Burgers does it, and Family. All these sitcoms, all these animated sitcoms do it.
Simpsons tries to do it.
Oh no, they do it. No, I think they do it successfully. I like the Simpsons.
South Park does it because they motherfuckers been in what? I mean, because they have technically gone up a grade.
They've only gone up a grade.
Yeah, they've gone up a grade, and I'm like, bro, we could make them middle schools, and I feel like. It would still be funny.
Excuse me, Bob's Burgers, they had multiple Christmas and multiple birthdays.
Kids. Well, most of them are. Yeah. I kind of feel like when it comes to shows, because basically what he's applying to what is it? Spider-Man, right? I know that the editors at fucking what is it? Shonen Jump and Shueisha, they had that same issue with Goku and stuff like that. They wanted to keep him young, and then they did age him up. Because they thought once they age him up, it might become bad. And that's not always true. Because with Spider-Man, even if Spider-Man ages up, has the two kids. Because I know in the newest comic book, he has two kids. He doesn't just have Mayday Parker and shit like that. I don't know what, but I think he has, the oldest daughter is Mayday, and then he has a son, if I'm correct.
Oh, that's not the main line.
Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I just know Spider-Man has
I know what you're talking,
shit
I know what you're talking about.
But either way, my thing is that, that's why they have, a second hero that's supposed to take the mantle, which he's technically doing a good job, but I don't know, it's kind of iffy right now. Like I said, I don't read the comic books because that's why we have Miles right now and shit like that. He's in that spot where he's in a good spot depending on who's writing the comics and shit like that. And it's you can't always have that moment where it's someone takes it. It's kind of like how some people will say this shit too about we have the Justice League, right? And a lot of their sidekicks are at the age where, they're grown-ass adults. And it's how is the Teen Titans not the new Justice League, right? And it's we need to see the Teen Titans as the Justice League, and then they have their own proteges.
Yes.
But then it's see, this is where the problem comes in. Now it's we have to market to these new people that are going to be at risk, because what if they suck? Yeah. And then that's the problem.
The thing about the DC and Marvel is that a lot of the Marvel superheroes are human. The rest of them are gods and people who age really slowly. So the children can grow up and still have the adults.
Right. So leaning that back into the MCU, it's like that's why like one of the best things about one of the best moments of the entire MCU Infinity Saga was Hawkeye, which is that it's like he's a ground level hero, whatever. For the most part, becomes an Avenger, and then we see Age of Ultron. Yeah, he's got a family now, and then not just that, it comes back in Infinity War or Endgame, the beginning of Endgame, right? Yeah, that's a big deal, and it's like
it's Infinity War where it becomes a big deal because he loses it all, and then that's when it becomes.
But it's at the beginning. Well, we see it at the beginning, right? That's where.
We see the family, and then it gets
but like that's what I want to see out of these characters. Like we progress, if they play their cards right with going back to the Tom Holland Spider-Man thing, it's like. You have this character for the next 10 years? Okay, Tom Holland's going to be not just a college-aged hero. He's now a fucking adult. And maybe at 10 years from now, at the end of this contract, you still re-up it again. Because whatever the fuck the MCU is, maybe it's in flames, whatever the fuck it is, he's now so much older that he is at that point where he's got a fucking family. Or whatever the fuck he is. Like, he's much like we saw with Hawkeye. In a point where he's progressed in life, and it's a beautiful thing.
Well, I think it'll be different in the movies. I think he'll age.
They have to. Yeah, they have to. I don't know if they give that much of a fuck, but I hope so.
I think he'll hit the family dynamic and everything, because that's the way for them to print more money with young Avengers or some shit like that.
They're gonna try. Good luck.
We got back to they found our way back to DC.
That shit.
For the movie itself, like Superman, like the right back up to it.
I thought we were done with that.
I never gave it a rating.
Oh, you didn't?
You never gave it a rating?
No. A 7 out of 5.
A 7 out of 5?
Yes. It would have been
out of 10?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, you really
7 out of 10.
Like, wow, Martin, you said a lot about not liking the movie, but you really love it.
God damn it. 7 out of 10.
No, it's already 7 out of 5.
To do a point, but you slide dog lines.
God damn.
Go fuck yourself. I messed up. Edit that shit out. 7 out of 10.
I'm just going to sit on repeat.
Would have been an 8 except for Crypto. Because I didn't like him. Only for that. I did think the dog was adorable. Okay? I just didn't like the antics.
It was the use of him.
Yes.
That was your point.
I'll say this. If they replaced Crypto and instead it was Crypto, it was Streaky, how would you all feel about it?
No, Brian. That movie rocks my world like a Crypto.
Like,
inside joke.
If that was Streaky instead of Crypto, I wonder how everyone reacted to the shit that was happening.
Who the fuck is Streaky?
Supercat.
The Supercat. Who they omitted from the
I think they would have liked it more, because people seem to be warming up to cats.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, we are still going to lose the dog apocalypse. That's not gonna change.
I'm not saying we're going to lose. Well, also dogs.
We will win the cat apocalypse, but we're not going to lose the dog apocalypse. Don't say we're warming up.
Again, the cats rule the internet, so I don't know what. I think Streaky might actually.
I was gonna say he was omitted from the
show. Actually more popular than
dog videos. That's what I'm saying. Is I think Streaky would have actually people would have liked.
Doesn't change the fact that there's a lot more stray cats than there are stray dogs.
What is?
Why are we bringing up this cat and dog war
because they're fucking. Anyway, Mark, go ahead and score the movie.
I do want to. I hope the version of Batman has Ace. That'll be funny.
Well, it is the Brave and the Bold.
Is it just Ace, or is he gonna be Batman?
I don't know what that means because I don't watch.
Why not both? And the contrast this part, he'll be obedient, and then he'll and then when him and Superman meet, he'll get ripped to shreds by fucking Crypto, and then Bruce will be like, "You killed my fucking dog."
Oh, what are you supposed to go?
Why would
your dog killed my dog?
Why would you want that?
Huh?
Why would you want that? Don't hurt the dogs.
I don't know.
Isn't that funny?
I don't know. Well, James Gunn already working on this Batman Brave and the Bold script is because I have heard
Batman 2.
I have heard the Batman 2.
It's still going. It's still going.
It's supposed to be coming out in 2027 or 2028. Yeah,
because
he just turned in his homework assignment.
Because fucking Matt Reeves finally got his fucking shit together, and I know it was a family thing, but he finally got his shit together, and now it's all good. All right. So
I mean, at least they let him breathe, other fucking Warner Bros. With fucking with Zack Snyder. Man, no, I still think that was one of the fucked up things. Is because I know Zack Snyder. What ended up happening was that his daughter had committed
Yeah.
So because I don't want to say it, I don't want to get your video taken down. But self-deleted herself.
And Warner Brothers was like,
that.
yeah, but we need that fucking movie done, so how about you come back? And he was like, fuck you.
And they was going like, look, I need some time. And it was going like, look, take all the time you need. But we got to compete with Marvel in this Infinity shit. So, take your time, but
sorry about
just
the unalived daughter, but...
Yeah, it was such a... Look, we're just going to hand over your product to Josh Whedon. Look, I don't care what you do, what you call it, then it just does better. Hey, Zach, so you want to do your version of it? The movie sucked, didn't it? Look, we're not going to admit that, but...
Nope. I'm not going to admit it.
The numbers...
Alright.
The numbers are also not good either. Just the way
you said all that.
So perfect timing at the release of this of Superman is the newest Rick and Morty episode that released around like the weekend this movie came out. It was guest starring James Gunn and Zack Snyder.
Oh, that was 2 Sundays ago, not this Sunday.
Huh?
That wasn't this Sunday.
That was the Sunday. That was the Sunday the movie released.
Oh, it was? Oh,
yes.
That's what you meant. Oh, okay.
Yep,
the movie
that's the timing.
Okay.
It was perfect timing. They probably did it on purpose, but yeah.
Yeah, it actually had James Gunn and Zack Snyder playing themselves in the episode. That was funny shit.
Yeah. It's like they know.
Still great show. Also, it took me to this movie release to realize it's not called Superman Legacy anymore.
What's not called Superman Legacy?
What,
this movie's original title was like Superman Legacy.
It was Legacy. Yeah, Legacy.
And they just took
when
away
he
the
first
from it.
when he first remember when he was in that random room and he announced
with the boot and shit,
which
was like very misleading.
He announced like 20 movies. Hi, I'm James Gunn, and I've got 78 movies that I want to announce. Superman Legacy is the first one.
Superman Legacy.
It's like, dude, we don't need to know about all 20 movies. You're just getting started.
Oh yeah, that was I remember that because that was the cartoon portrait of him, like on his knees, looking back with the cake flowing and shit. Yeah, it was a little cartoon. I remember that.
Early, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I really did forget all that. But hold on, let me give you to what I was about to say with the Batman Brave and the Bold. Because I'm hearing that the Bat family is supposed to be in there. And shit like that, but I'm just wondering like how many members because I know like we haven't had like Robin.
Oh, Ace is totally in there.
Look, man, I don't know about that, but I'm pretty sure because a lot of I know that there's a lot of I don't know about Batwing, I don't know about Signal, I don't know about Batwoman, but
we're getting
the thing that I have heard is that I don't know if the Robin that's supposed to be in that movie for Batman Brave and the Bold is supposed to be either Tim Drake's Robin or Damian Wayne's Robin in that movie. Because I'm like, oh shit, we're going to see Nightwing on screen. And then I'm like, I feel like they could do Red Hood on the screen too as well. Because I'm like...
Yes, and just having blowing people's brains out. Part of the Batman family.
But, I mean, I really feel like it should be Damian Wayne. I just kind of feel like, just pull the fucking Band-Aid off. But then, like, it's going to be weird if they do it that way. Because it's like, if every superhero in James' universe is supposed to be doing their year one, per se, I'm like... Then it can't be Damian or Tim Drake.
Wait, it won't be because the year after Teen Titans is planned for release. So it's going to be
there's going to be
Batman, Teen Titans, and that's got to be...
There's going to be a scene where they're walking around the Bat Lair and like...
So yeah, then that means that it would either have to be either Tim Drake or fucking, what's his name? I just said it. Jason Todd.
Right.
Jason Todd, yeah.
There's going to be a scene when they're walking around the Bat Lair and they're going to say, hey, what suit is that? Oh, that's supposed to be an upgrade, but like we haven't worked out the kinks, and it's a Brave and the Bold suit.
I can't wait.
It's a fucking. It's a fucking.
You're gonna be waiting.
Beyond suit. But I say Brave and the Bold. It's a Beyond suit.
They definitely are gonna mention something relating to Beyond, guaranteed.
But he's gonna see in the Bat Lair. He's gonna. What I'm calling right now is gonna make a cameo. He's working on it.
Fucking Beyond. All right,
but it's gonna be in the year 2035.
Most likely. I mean, if the timeline streaks the way it should, which by the way, there should be no rush for a Justice League movie until, no joke, like 2030.
If we don't get the main core people,
it better
like if we don't get like the Justice League 7, if not, I want to say like the main 5, like because we already got Superman, we would need to get Batman, Wonder Woman. Well, since we're technically getting a Green Lantern TV show, I guess I'll count that instead of it being a movie. And then I guess Aquaman. I feel like that would be the main core because I kind of feel like
they don't need Aquaman.
Because I don't want them to do. Shut up. I don't want them to do Cyborg already being in the Justice League. I want him to be a Teen Titans member. I want him to be a Teen Titans member first. Because I hated the fact that Cyborg was already in there, and I was like, this is all types of wrong. I know that replace Aquaman with Flash. Yeah,
Flash, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Martian Manhunter.
No.
They
So I feel like
Man.
Martin Manhunter needs to pop up in someone else's movie. In my
What was the
honest
baby?
opinion.
What was the baby?
That looked like Martian
I
Man.
thought that's what I
thought
said.
that
I
was
thought the
Martian
baby was
Manhunter.
No, that
It was Martian
Metamorphosis
Boy
baby.
I know that's Metamorphosis
Yeah.
son. I'm just saying he looked like Martian
He did.
Manhunter.
That's why I'm gonna be honest.
I was
Someone
like-
that didn't know that.
I was like-
It was Martian Boy Hunter.
Yeah, I was like, that is that not him?
Like no, but Martian Manhunter is actually from a Martian, so it's not. So I was like, oh shit.
I mean, a lot of people want DC to make a Static Shock movie. I've been growing up with that show, but like I can see it happening.
Bro, that thing has been
I'm
in
not talking
talks
more. Hear the
in the
camera.
works for so long. Like the only thing I know about that shit is that
He's talking. Get the camera off me.
Sorry, Max. Sorry, Maxie distracted me.
Oh my god, it's so crazy because I actually saw you looking at her. So
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but when it comes to talks about a Static Shock movie, the only thing I know about that is fucking Michael B. Jordan wants to do that movie.
No,
I don't know if he wants to direct it.
He doesn't want to play it. He wants to direct it.
Yeah, he wants to direct it. Yeah, and that's fine. And it's like, I feel like he wants to, but there's already being such a weird comic book power struggle with DC and Icon Comics already. Like, that's already just gonna be just fucking pulling tooth and nail.
Uncle, just like
for that.
just keep Ryan Coogler off. He doesn't need to direct any more superhero movies. He can just keep making his own.
He should have been fucking directing Blade.
Wait,
that's what he should have been doing.
Wait, did you say stop? Don't have Ryan Coogler direct fucking superhero movie? Get the fuck out of here.
Sinners is good. You can just keep on doing his own thing. I don't want him doing superhero movies anymore.
No, look, the only superhero Ryan Coogler should have been on board after they done fucking messed up the script 4 times.
On Wakanda Forever?
No, for fucking Blade.
Oh,
from what
yeah,
I was told, they did that script 4, if not 6 times. I know I'm holding 5.
Do you know how we know that? Because the movie was supposed to be out 3 years ago.
And the thing about it is that fucking
there's one Blade, there'll only ever be one Blade.
With the fact that Sinners just fucking came out, it was like, at that point, it was like, give Ryan Coogler a movie. Right now, the person who's working on the film right now is the guy who is working on, who's the director for Fantastic Four First Steps. He's apparently working on the Blade movie right now.
Yes.
So,
we'll see. We'll have a pans on
good
tomorrow.
for that. That's fucking great. But after seeing Sinners, I'm like, look, we should have just gave it to Ryan Coogler at this point. It's not that fucking hard. It's supposed to be a vampire ground level fucking movie.
Now,
you act like fucking Spider-Man and Daredevil about to show
Okay,
me.
now you just mentioned that. After seeing his vampire movie, I can go for that.
No,
it's just like the reason I say he's like because like he has a hand in like Ironheart and Wakanda Forever, and I'm just like kind of I'm iffy on both. And like Black Panther wasn't all that great, but like it is like his superhero.
Are you talking about the
did
second
you
one?
say Black Panther 1 wasn't all that great?
It wasn't all that. It was still good.
Fuck that guy. Fuck him and his opinion.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Fuck you. Yeah. What?
If you would have said that about the second movie,
It wasn't amazing. I thought it was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I said it was good.
It wasn't all that. No, you started by saying it wasn't all that great.
Yeah, that doesn't mean bad. What the fuck?
That sounds bad. That sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds bad. Yeah, it doesn't mean bad. You fucking idiot.
It does. Isn't all that great? Sounds like. You know what?
Yeah. It doesn't mean bad. That's how you.
Mark. So if I said, you know what? I had the McDonald's snack wrap. It didn't have any of the flavor or taste of the previous classic.
You're setting it up before.
Wait.
How about you say it first and try the sentence again?
And it wasn't all that great. You know, it just wasn't. So know, it's like
that means people are saying it's great. It wasn't all that great.
No, it was.
That doesn't mean
good.
bad, you fucking
very
idiot.
Good. Like,
even if what you're saying is true, it just still comes off as reverse. It's pretty much basically saying like it wasn't all that great, but I give it a B-, and it's going like that sounds like it was pretty fucking good. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what that was a means.
Oh man, I'm so glad I wasn't part of this.
Martin watching the tornado from right at the edge of the fucking wind tunnel, just right there. Yeah. All right, I think we're fucking done.
Yeah, we are.
This was a superhero conversation, and we still have another movie to see tomorrow. And then on top of that, we'll talk Fantastic Four in 2 weeks. So, yeah. All right.
Compared to Superman, it's not going to be all that great.
I'm not sure about that because again, you think it's one of the best movies. You said your quote.
9 out of 10, by the way. That's my rating.
Your quote was that it is one of your favorite movies of the superhero movies of the decade, and I was like, better than Deadpool, Wolverine, better than Spider-Verse.
Not
2.
better. I said one of the you idiot. You keep fucking taking words wrong.
I didn't know.
I said one
you
of.
said one of the best.
One of the best.
So how
not
many-
number one.
Wait, so how many is in
It's
your
in the
best?
it's in the group of best.
Are there 5 movies in your best? You can only have a select few in best. It can't just be like 95 best movies.
No, like as in one of the best is like probably like top 5.
Okay, so Spider-Verse, Deadpool, Wolverine.
You're like making a list for me.
I'm just saying, is it better than those two?
No.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure.
But that's where you get. That's where you look. You are so
wait,
close,
wait,
man. You're
wait,
like you
the
were like already better than this shit.
Wait. The Batman.
Huh?
The Batman.
Yeah, I like it better than the Batman.
Okay, so that's
I love the Batman. I love the Batman.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay.
I like Superman better than the Batman.
What else came out in this decade?
Okay, this is like hey, what Mark's like better than Superman.
I'm trying to understand. Like, where's your stance on the best movies of the decade?
Oh my gosh.
You really want this now?
We going with superheroes?
You just do a
movies?
fucking
Yeah,
list instead of
okay.
podcast. I just really like this.
You better.
What?
Like the point is, I really.
Where's the dog?
Yeah. The point is, I really like this movie. We're going too long in this.
All right, guys.
But like I do feel strongly about this movie. I had a great time with it. And every time I watched it a second time, and like I was having a probably even a better time with it. I really need to take a piss while I was watching it the second time. It's like there is no part of this movie I don't want to see again.
That's good. That's good. There's a couple sections where I could have said.
Yeah. I know, and I feel the opposite.
Especially,
I love this
by the
movie.
way, especially that whole multiverse of madness shit. We can kind of. I'm good. But yeah.
Which part?
The whole fucking stream shit, CGI land. I'm good.
You're talking about the pocket dimension?
Oh, you're talking about whether,
Pocket
like,
Dimension can fuck off.
I thought that part was cool.
It was fun.
You like the Russian roulette part? You said you just said you
I
great
didn't-
praise about
that
it.
is one fragment of the entire thing.
yeah.
You just said the whole thing.
Well, the thing is that was.
Hold on, you just said the whole thing. See,
Yeah,
you see how you word things? I thought you talking about the whole thing. What the fuck?
You got me. Go ahead, Mark.
I was just gonna add saying that even though it was in the pocket dimension, it wasn't about the pocket dimension. It was about just Lex Luthor
And Superman.
being a villain.
Being a
was
It was in the
awesome.
pocket dimension.
It was in the pocket dimension.
Also, that
but
guy-
it was not
yeah.
about.
You said everything in that scene.
Yeah. Also, that guy that was just like.
Stop trying
I
to
will
defend your
say-
boyfriend.
Yeah. I will say when
God damn it! I told you to keep that a secret.
I will say when the guy that turns into Kryptonite, like when he started fucking crying because the guy got shot, I was like, did you really not? He hasn't killed anyone in this fucking universe. You guys are trapped in here. You guys, this was the moment. This is when you broke, huh? Really? You serious?
Wait, you talking about?
The guy that like started fucking
Metamorpho.
crying when the guy fucking
When
got
Metamorpho
shot.
starts crying because
Yeah, I'm like, are you guys
This guy got
shitting
shot.
me? No fucking way. Are you fucking kidding? This is when you
no,
break?
he's cool with that. Yeah.
No.
Well,
he said
I mean,
go fuck.
Yeah, just
yourself.
saying.
I'm not
I can believe this first time he saw my
what
guy.
you're saying is not agreeable, but at the same time, if someone got blasted right in front of you,
Sure, but like I don't know, it's like yeah.
and you've been doing all this time,
Someone, but this was the only time that he
I'm
blasted
just saying.
someone.
I'm not.
No one died. None
that's
of
what
these
I'm
little
saying.
bubbles.
But listen, if someone blasted right in front of you, and you've been doing this terrible shit because he's keeping your child kidnapped,
Yes.
keeping your child kidnapped, and you were forced to do this, at some point you're just going, no matter what, at any moment you could just break.
Yeah, of course. But now,
At any moment, you
next
could
to
just
Superman. Next to Superman.
break. The person that
So
he's
the
the
plot
person
can
that he's
continue.
currently killing.
So the plot can continue.
The person that he's currently
Yes.
killing, or
Yes.
somebody killed.
Like,
Like-
you could have done this 30 minutes before Superman showed up.
But again, any moment means it could. It's a movie. It's gonna happen in the moment when
I know.
people are watching.
I know. I agree with that. I'm just saying, like, Jesus Christ, bud. Like, you're doing this right now. Come on. Like, and then it's like it was. Plus, it was annoying because like when we there was like a 5-minute gap between that scene. Like we leave that scene. Something else happens with I think Mr. Terrific. Then we cut back and he's still fucking crying, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro, shut the fuck up. Let's keep going.
This is
All
such a
right,
small
like,
moment.
you know. And it was like, all right. Anyway, guys, you can find.
I like that scene.
Of course you do. You love the whole movie. You can find this
7 out of 10.
You can find this at
No, he's 7 out of 5. You said 7 out of 5, boy.
Son of a bitch.
You did say 7 out of 5.
I said edit that out.
You can find this pod at ScreenBlastPodcast.com, of course, where you probably already are. You can find, of course, me at Democracy, or Bryan the Baltimorean. You can find Mark. Mark, where can they find you?
K9 Business. That's K9BISKUTS.com. Well, we got to check this fucking Squarespace shit.
How enthusiastic. And, of course...
Fucking Squarespace gave us, like, notifications earlier.
Oh, okay.
I gotta check on that.
It's probably just a heads up that, like, we have 30 days until the domain dies.
Can we get evicted?
Yeah, I mean, we still have cartoonchatpodcast.com. That's on a separate thing. But anyway, of course, you can find the Sir himself nowhere because he doesn't have any.
I hated Crypto's antics, not the dog itself.
And Joe.
He hates dogs.
You can't find me, but you'll be able to find me soon because I'm getting my social media shit together.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good shit. All right, guys.
Canceled.
Oh, yeah, and also to remind you of my score. Shut up. To remind you of my score, loved it. 8.7 out of 10.
Not high enough. I'm sorry. You don't make a cut.
Mark, you never did score it.
I said 9 out of 10.
You did say 9 out of 10. Okay.
Dumbass.
You
don't listen. You guys don't listen. You guys don't listen to me. That's the problem here.
7.5.
God damn it! Log in, everybody.
I was saying 7.5 out of 10. Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
He said 7 out of. He said 7 out of 5. You idiot.
Okay, so we're both. All right.
It's down. It's
Me and
down.
Martin are on the same wavelength here.
Yes.
You guys loved it. We thought it was fine. All right. Toodle.
Watch it again. You'll probably like it. You need to give it a second one.
No, I'm good.
All right.
You need more crypto.
I'd watch Iron Man 3 over this movie.
I knew it. You asked for
Nah.
No.
Nah.
I actually want to
Nah.
get some food and some snacks.
I'm glad I
before I
shit.
go home.
All right.
Oh shit. Flying out, everybody.